This video is for you if you're a guy that is on dates or maybe meeting women at a bar and you don't know how to make a move. So I'm going to tell you exactly how to make a move on a woman you're interested in, especially if you're flirting with her, you're talking to her, things are maybe going well, maybe you're not sure how things are going. I'm going to tell you how to gauge how well things are going and how to make a move on her like consistently and easily. One, without making things awkward, and two, without actually getting rejected. Because it's not really that big of a deal if you do get rejected. Like if you go for a kiss and she doesn't kiss you back, like who cares? Like as long as you're cool with it, it's not a big deal. It doesn't actually impact how she thinks about you in the long run. But it can fuck with your headspace, especially if you're new. So I'm going to tell you how to do it in a way that you just never get rejected. It's been years since I've tried to kiss a girl and she hasn't kissed me back. And it's purely because I use the strategies I talk about in this video. So let's get into it. So what's the main problem? When you don't know how to make a move on a girl or you're scared, it's mostly just because you're worried. You're worried that you don't know if she likes you or not. You're worried that you're going to do the wrong thing or make the wrong move. And so I'm going to tell you exactly how to know you are doing the right thing so you can do it with certainty. Because the last thing a girl wants is some sort of half-assed kiss or half-assed hug or half-assed like physically like touching her. She doesn't want any like half-assed touch. Like women want to feel safe, and the only way that she'll feel safe is if you are sure and certain about what you're doing. You do it like a fucking man. I'm going to show you in this video how to make a move like a man with certainty and how to know you're doing the right thing. So before I get into the actionable advice, the pure like step-by-step process of what you should be doing when you're on the date or you're talking to her in the bar, first I'm going to talk about the concept behind why you're doing what you're doing, because it's really important that you understand like the psychology behind it. So a lot of times guys will do this thing where they're on dates and like I'm like laughing at it thinking about it, because they'll do this shit where like I'll move over here and they'll like maybe have their arm around the girl and then they'll just like randomly like they're watching a movie or whatever and they'll just be like fucking attack her face because they're like they're so nervous to kiss her. Like you're just all these feelings are building up. You're like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm freaking out. And then you just like lean in and you're like, ugh, you know, like make out with her face, you know? And it's like, it's super weird. And maybe girls are okay with that, but you know, maybe she likes you, maybe whatever, but it's not ideal. And so that's what most guys do. And if you want to avoid being that guy, then pay attention, because what you need to be doing is letting her know subtly what you're going to do and getting her to think about it and actually like get comfortable with the idea that you are going to make a move on her, but she just doesn't know when. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And it's also a matter of showing her that you can. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the psychology behind this, actually how teasing works, you know, not just teasing like with words, but teasing her like leaning in to kiss her and like pulling away and like pushing her away, like making eye contact, looking down at her lips, like all this type of stuff that you can do to really tease her, give her a good time, that will make it so easy and so obvious to escalate with her that you're never going to do like the weird like random makeout ever again. Like you're going to know she wants you to kiss her. You're going to know she's been thinking about it. You're going to know that it's all she can think about. The whole time you guys are sitting there for 10, 20 minutes, it's all she can think about. She's looking down at your lips. She's really excited, and you just have to wait and tease her and then finally reward her, and then it feels more like a reward. It feels less like you're lying to do something to her. Actionable advice time. I'm going to give you real life steps that you can take, that I take on dates whenever I'm talking to a woman at a bar or a club, that I do before I kiss her or before I take her home, that lets her know that like there is physical attraction there and that physical things will be happening between us, because you have to get her thinking about it first. The thing that, honestly, I don't think dating coaches talk about this at all, but it's that women want to like you. Women will work for you in their head if there's enough mystery. If there's mystery and you're being cool and you haven't given her a reason to think that you're a weird guy or awkward, just like a bad person, she's going to fill the mysterious gaps with all good shit. So let her do the thinking for you. It's very, very powerful. I'm going to talk about like 5 steps for how to do that. So the first thing you need to do is when you show up on a date, or maybe you have been teasing this girl and talking to her for a while at a bar, once there's some level of familiarity, like she agreed to meet with you on a date, or you've been talking to her for a while at the bar, give her a hug, like a side hug. All right. So when I enter a date, you know, when I go on a date, I'll like side hug the girl and like I'm kind of leaned back and like relaxed. It's nothing super physical, but I'll give her a hug, or I'll be like, whenever I'm talking to her at the bar, I'll like give her a side hug and, oh my God, I hate you so much. It's like a fun little tease, and it shows that I'm comfortable being physical. And that's the first thing you want to do. Maybe like a playful shove. Maybe you can like do the whole like compare hands, like, oh, let's compare hands. I'm definitely not trying to hold your hand right now, like that type of thing. You can do that. It's really obvious, but I still do it. It's pretty funny. But I would start with that, some level of physicality to show that like you are comfortable with that, but with no intention of moving that forward. The last thing you want to do when you are getting more physical with a woman is get thirsty. You want to do exactly what you plan to do, whether that's hold her hand or give her a hug, and stop. Because if she leans into you and she gives you more, there's going to be a temptation of like, oh, maybe this time I grab her ass, or maybe this time I pull her in and I try to kiss her right away, or maybe this time I hold her hand for longer than I was meaning to. Don't do that. Resist that temptation, because I know it makes sense. Like if there's like some sexual tension there, like you want to grab her ass or you want to do like some more playful sexual things with her, but don't do it. Because the fact that you don't do it, especially if you have the ability to and you know that you can, is really attractive. So you need to be holding yourself back. That self-discipline is very important when it comes to escalating with women. I don't want you guys like, oh man, I'll take what I can get, right? If you've been watching my channel for a while, maybe you've gone to the bar, you've gone to the club, and you've met a girl and you just like randomly made out with her. If you've done that, you know that making out with a girl means nothing. Getting physical with a girl in the club means nothing until you're actually having sex with her. It means literally nothing until you're on a date or having sex. Don't worry about like taking what you can get. You need to go out of your way and like resist the temptation to push things further and let her do the thinking for you. The next thing you need to start doing, especially when you're on a date, is tease her that she is into you. Tease her and tell her, oh my God, you're so into me. You're so attracted to me. And start looking for specific signs that she is attracted to you. So if she's playing with her hair, call her out for that. If she looks down at your lips, call her out for that. If she has like closed off body language and she's kind of shy, like, oh my God. Especially if you're on a date. If you're first talking to a girl in a bar, maybe don't call her out for being nervous, because she might be nervous because you're being like creepy, right? But if she's nervous on the date, it's like, hey, why are you nervous? Am I that attractive? Or like, am I that cool? Am I that intimidating? Have that kind of very safe, like kind of protector vibe to you. But still, I like to call it daddy energy with my clients. If you have this like daddy energy and you ask her, why are you nervous? Am I that cool? Am I that attractive? And you can say things like that that'll really like tell her, hey, by the way, you're into me. And I know it. And when you can call those things out, one, it's very attractive. Two, it gives her a chance to shit test you, and then you can pass those shit tests. And I put a video out just a few days ago on how to pass shit tests, how to pass tests from women. And so you can just watch that video and you know how to pass them. Passing shit tests and getting shit tested is one of the most important things that you can do to build sexual chemistry with a woman. She needs to be testing you, because if she's not testing you, she doesn't even see you as a viable option. Start teasing her, telling her that you are attracted to me. I saw what you did. You're looking down at my lips. You want to kiss me, don't you? I'm not kissing you yet. You can even say, like, I'm not going to kiss you yet. I'm not going to do this. And that actually moves me into one of my next points, is when you want to do something physical with her, tell her, I'm not going to do this with you. Every time you have a thought that you want to move things forward, get more physical with her, tell her, I'm not going to do that. Because when you tell her that, you're putting the idea of you kissing her in her head. She's thinking about it, and she knows that you could. You're subconsciously telling her, I could do this, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to kiss you. Saying things like that are very attractive. It's the same thing with if I'm pulling, like I might even tell my clients to say, like, we're not having sex. Like, I'm not going to fuck you. Don't get any ideas. You know, you need to behave yourself, right? You can say all these things that you're not going to do, especially if you say it in like that kind of daddy energy tone. It's really, really powerful, because it puts that thought in her head and it tells her, hey, I could do this if I wanted, but I'm not going to, because I'm a disciplined motherfucker. I'm really strong-willed. I'm iron-willed. And that's very attractive to women as well. So now that you've been a little physical on the date, you've caught her looking at you, checking you out, you've called her out for some of those things, you've teased her about, you know, being into you, you've teased her about some of the things she's been doing, you've even told her, I'm not going to kiss you. You've even told her, like, I'm not gonna just make out with you in this bar right now. Next, I want you to act like you're going to do the things. I'm just picturing like some crazy fucking editing here where I just look like I'm like romancing you guys. You're gonna like lean in, right? Like put your hand like this is a little sexual. I'm not gonna lie. So like put your hand here and like lean in. And say, oh no, I'm not going to. You almost had me. Like you almost tricked me. And when you can do that, Like, hopefully you guys understand, like, this is really, like, I'm picturing like a girl on the camera, and I'm like, and you can pull away, and if you can pretend like you're going to and then not, or you can very lightly touch her, especially if it's like more physical, more sexual. Like maybe it's later in the date, you guys are sitting on like a couch outside, or you guys are sitting on a couch at your place or whatever. Very light, soft touching, like, you know, caressing on the arm or whatever, just like your fingertips, is very, very powerful for moving things forward quickly to where she's basically begging for you to get more physical. Because really what you want is by the end of the date or by the end of the night, by the time you guys are having sex, for her to be begging you to have sex with her. And that is the smoothest way to escalate possible, because she's doing all of it for you. You're just telling her what's going to happen. And you're so certain about it because you're putting all these thoughts in her head. She's thinking about it now. All you have to do is let her think about it. And I hope you guys understand that this is like, it's very simple. It just takes execution. It's very simple. It's not complex, but it is difficult to do with confidence. So it just takes execution. You have to do these things to put the thoughts in the girl's head to where she's thinking about it. And then all you have to do is let it work and flirt and have fun with her. As soon as the thoughts are in her head, she thinks and sees you as a viable sexual option. And then you tease her and don't give in to her tests, and you pass her tests, and you have fun with her. Then she's going to want to move forward with you, and she's going to let you do that very easily. She's going to actually want you to. She's going to push it forward. She might even kiss you, because at the end of the day, she's just as horny as you are. She wants to get laid too. And that's something that like guys don't talk about all the time. But women want to get laid too. And so when you can put the thought in her head and not be that guy that's like, you know, oh, we're talking, and you like try to make out with her, when you're not being that guy, you can actually like build up a lot of sexual attraction just by telling her the things you're not going to do, showing that you are comfortable with physical touch, teasing her regularly about how she likes you, catching her looking at you, checking you out, looking at your lips, playing with her hair. You can look at all these things and call her out on those. And all you have to do is just put those thoughts in her head. Hopefully this video helped you shift your belief on what making a move actually looks like and what good game actually looks like good, smooth attraction looks like on a date or in an interaction in a bar. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, comment below, let me know what you want to see from me in the future. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.